I read the source code and I was like, oh, shame. This is not a scam. This is going to work. And I started buying it. And first I started buying it. I couldn't buy enough, right? I didn't trust MT Gox because it was the only place to exchange to buy. So I wish I did. I should have, just because I was going to drop 20K at 20. So that would have been a lot easier, right? So instead I spent the 20K on mining equipment. I started mining like crazy, right? Had my own mining pool and so forth. And yeah, that's what I did. Now, I regret it. I was regretful that I didn't know about it when it was free. Because I would have went friggin', if I did, I would have went balls deep. I would have went buying servers everywhere. I would have loaded up Amazon with, with all their CPUs, because it was just CPUs back then, before the graphics cards, when it was free. I would have been every single Amazon server, right? Would have been like, I would have spent a lot of time and money, right, and effort to do that, knowing that it was zero value at the time, but knowing what it could potentially do, it was just like, it would have been a no-brainer for me, right? No-brainer. And that's why when I bought it at the top of $32 and even bought it at the lows of $2, and I was laughed at because it was dropped to $2, it didn't matter because I knew what it was and what it's going to be. So if you're here right now, you're wondering, well, now, and you finally get what it is, what Bitcoin is, and you see that this is going to be the money. We want you to understand something about when Bitcoin becomes the money. Money is an aggregate of all of the society, all the assets of our society. What is an aggregate? That's a fancy word for things. This is a thing. This is cards a thing. This mouse a thing. Monitors and the thing that's in front of you, right? The computer, the keyboard's a thing, right? There's lots of things in our economy, and money happens to be one of them. But there's an odd thing about money. Money has a value. All the money in the world has the opposite value of all the things that are not money. So, effectively, Bitcoin's got to have that valuation in order for it to be money. Think about that for a second. Now, if you invent anything in this world, it will never surpass the value of all money. Never. Think about that. So that's why you still earn it in Bitcoin.